A top 25 flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Wolverines will put total weather to crank us up. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Right back to the well. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
With the catch, it's Wingo. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Try to get it outside to the right. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. A rare but treasured occurrence when two of the biggest brands in the sport meet up. We got that last year in Ann Arbor, Michigan and Texas. The Longhorns dominated that game. The Wolverines looked outclassed. You got to know they don't want to let that stand.
What a cool moment. Like, the brand of Texas going up to Michigan in a non-conference game. Like, I love seeing non-conference games that really matter. In the end, it didn't, because Texas bludgeons Michigan. Michigan's going to want some revenge.
And I thought that might have been Quinn Ewers' best game as a Texas Longhorn. Going up against the Michigan defense that had multiple first-round picks. He was so good under duress. I think that's going to be a big question in this one. Can Michigan's defense step up and finally make the big plays on critical down and distances?
And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down.
Well, you get the completion, and now it's decision time for the head coach, right? This is a massive one, too. 4th and short on your own end of the field. What do you do?
And after the punt, that's where they'll mark it, just outside the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Runs through the tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Manning. Here's a heat. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Find some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Fires to the tight end. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. There he goes. Wide open spaces. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepped.
Ernie on the Jets. It's a running room. He's at the touchdown, Texas. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over East Carolina. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Looking for room. It's Haynes. He's loose. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. So first down here as they go back to work. Unloads quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Under fire. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
To the air, it's Manning. Got his man on the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
And the Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. DB's right up on the receivers. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, a lot of space. Turning it on. He's at the 40. The 20. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw. It's Manning. He's got the back in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Longhorns in the hurry up. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense.
It's a seam wide open. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Quickly to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Not don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the score. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into him.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And the kicking team's going to call a timeout. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Rushes on him. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. And you just saw just 2 seasons ago, when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
They'll give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. And finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Tight end now in motion. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Boards up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's McCulley. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a third down stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. and they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Alabama looks like a legit title contender right now, which they kind of do every year, but man, this offense is rolling. They're up 14 over Wisconsin. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for him. There he goes! Oh, he's got some space. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Trying to get rid of it. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling the quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. On the run, still looking. He'll throw it. It's complete to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun, the inside give. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now the play fake. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Only 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Let's see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open the second half on the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Now sliding to his left. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got out of trouble and throws. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about. The only thing I can think is he just didn't see him signal for the fair catch. That's an easy call for the official, and they'll accept the penalty. Power football with the run. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if...
There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Looking left. It's caught. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
This quarterback has been really good today. He's been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Longhorn! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground. Reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. To throw, it's Underwood. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire. And that linebacker showed that there.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Looking for a deep man. He's got it along the sideline. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early.
Wide open spaces. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
How about that for efficiency on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
To the air. It's Manning. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball.
Touchdown, Texas! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to let it go. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards, because everything's been difficult today.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR.
was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. There he goes to the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
Fair catch called for and made. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Morgan. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Klein. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Here's the handoff. Finds a little space. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Michigan. Once he got some room, it was over. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Try to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Breaks away on the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas! They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTEP is in front. They've owned the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 8 over Central Michigan. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
Here comes the Texas offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
Turning on the Jets. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. The Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Bringing the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. So now on comes the field goal unit.
Number 36 on field goal.
And it slips just inside that right upright. And that lead grows They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They believe they can run right here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's McCulley. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the board and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and
going over the top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. Here comes the heat. This time it's complete. Lots of running room. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know Mr. Quarterback.
He smashes his way through again. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent. We didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill, because when he gets downhill at that weight,